Hello, Kaiko here, and welcome to the chaos. Let's go. What is the plan for today? Well, you may be wondering why I'm in Liyue. No particular reason, I was just in Liyue. But today we're going to start by doing the Columbina quest. And then I realized, if you look over here, it tells you that... Oh, you can't see this. Wait, okay, wait, I need to remove the clouds. Give me, like, 2 seconds. And then you should be able to see the cloud. Let me... Where's the... That, here. Here. Okay, so underneath, do you see it says Traveler's Tales Liyue? So it tells me that there's somebody in Liyue that wants to do Traveler's Tales with me. And I scrolled around a bit, and I found out it's Garming. He's over here. So I figured we'd visit Garming, then we'd do these Columbina quest, and then the other incredibly urgent thing on the agenda is to finish this, because this ends in 6 hours, so we've got to do this. So I think in the last one I did most of the mini games, but we didn't do the quest. So, except we didn't finish this mini game because this mini game was quite fun and it involved like a lot of chatting to characters. So I thought we could do that one on stream. And then yeah, quest time. But we did the other two mini games. And then if we manage to finish that, I think what we should do is we should do. No, nothing special. We should do this. So this is what keeps flashing. Varka's, not this one. Yeah, Varka's quest. We haven't done Varka's one because I did level him up a bit. So now his quest is available and we haven't done it. And he keeps telling me, do Varka's quest. So I figured we'd do that afterwards. But we'd rather do the event first because it's got 6 hours. And then, yeah. That's my plan. Let's go talk to Garming. Is this the one where there's a boar that always tries to attack you? Could be. Could be. The thing is, I already did a Liyue Traveler's Tales today, so I didn't even notice the Garming one because today I went to Liyue Harbor and Emily was there making boiled fish flavored perfume for Xiangling and Hu Tao. It is the one with the boar. So rude. Ah! It didn't even give me any steak! Well, that was just... Oh, there we go. Slight delay. I was going to say that was incredibly rude to attack me and then not even give me any steak. But luckily, that problem is resolved. What was I saying? Oh yeah, they were making like boiled fish... Advert! Okay, since there is an advert, I think that means we don't need to play the playlist staying specifically on the one song because clearly didn't help all that much. So I'll just change that once the ad finishes. Oh yeah, it is Happy Mother's Day to mothers who are celebrating it today, which is in the UK. It is UK Mother's Day, which is different distinctly from American Mother's Day. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Xiangling, they were making like boiled fish flavored perfume, and then Hu Tao thought it'd be really funny to get Zhongli some almond tofu, and then to use the fish perfume on it to make like the most cursed dish of almond tofu imaginable. And yeah. That's fun. So that's what happened in the other Traveler's Tale I did today. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens in this one. I just figured I'd get some bamboo shoots while I was here because I think I started running out. Well, I don't know if running out is really the right word, but yeah, no, I figured I could do with a couple more. So now I've grabbed a few. And then let me just leave. I don't actually want to fight these guys. I just wanted the bamboo shoots. Oh, but they are kind of like right here and angry. So maybe we gotta fight them too. Just a little bit. There we go. Problem solved. Okay. Okay. Let's carry on. Let's talk to Garming. He was just down here. He looked like he was talking to a soup pot. Well, he was making soup out of soup pot. So let's see. Hello. Darling, isn't this a rather remote spot for a break? You didn't get robbed, did you? Oh, it's you. It really is as they say. Watch who you mention in idle talk. Never know who might show up. I was just thinking that if you were here, at least there'd be something. Someone here to eat with me. Thanks for the concern, but me? Get robbed on delivery? I just finished one safe and sound. Come on, we've known each other for forever. Don't tell me you're doubting my skills now. So you're... Relax, smell that aroma. Wow, it smells amazing. Are you whipping up something delicious? You know it. You're in for a treat. It'll be ready in just a minute. The boss from my last delivery runs a farm up in the mountains. There was a happy accident today. He miscounted the supplies, so he sent me home with the extras. That fowl is really dope. I mean, it's super fresh, and the meat's top shelf. There's even spring water from the mountains on our way back. Right place, right time, and I have a feeling that the right people might show up for the trifecta. That's why I decided to make something that I recall as golden tempered jade. Wait, is it really golden tempered jade? You've tried this dish before? Not at all. The name's impressive, though. It's not just the name, the taste is out of this world. Actually, I learned this dish from Long, a helper from back home. He and my mother were from the same town, and he said my mother used to love this dish. That said, I didn't follow his recipe exactly, tweaked it to suit my own taste, you see. I brought the water to a boil, added a pinch of salt, then let the fresh fowl soaking it for a bit. Not for too long, though. Then I mentally decided full moon egg, crystal shrimp, and honey char siu, fine tea, full moon, and a bountiful year too. Scooped it right out once done. I had to repeat that step 3 times before placing the fowl into mountain spring water infused with mist flowers. Hot and cold. Reminds you of a blacksmith tempering metal, huh? This is quite complicated. Yeah, I think it's a bit of a hassle too. Sometimes I get lazy and skip a few steps. But this is a special occasion. Such a dope fowl can't go to waste. You'll see in a moment. Anyway, we're currently at the final tricky step. That's when we drop the heat as low as you can go and let the fowl poach steady. What the step after that is to have some patience. How long until it's ready? Now that we've said all this, the timing should be just right. Not too early, not too late. Now don't blink. Golden tempered jade, ready to plate. See? When the surface shines like glazed glass, it means you got the heat just right. It looks amazing and it tastes even better. Go on, try some, see if you like it. We might get a recipe out of this. If you do, I'll make it for you again next time. I don't really bother when I'm cooking for myself, but don't worry, I always follow the steps to the letter when I'm cooking for friends. Yes! We did! Thank you, Gaming! Full moon egg, crystal shrimp, and honey char siu, fine tea, full moon, and a bountiful year too. Yes! Okay, let's see my new recipe. Where is it? Oh, here it is! Ooh. Chicken dish. Does anyone... Okay, no, this is just a regular dish. Okay. It's just chicken and salt. Oh! This is such a cheap dish. I like a lot of salt, actually. But you know what? Just chicken and salt. Wow! Wait, what kind of dish was it again? Let me just see. Was it a... I think it was a recovery dish, right? It is! Oh, Game only made a normal one. Where's the special one? Gaming! Gaming, why? Anyway, that's a healing dish, so that's good. Thank you, Gaming. Okay, well, let's see. Did we... Nope, no more Traveler's Tales. Okay. In which case, let's go visit Columbina and see what she has to say today. Because, yeah, we gotta do that as swiftly as possible because we're so behind. But, you know. I also had a thought earlier today that maybe I should, like, I think I need to level up my characters more because I keep accumulating, like, fragile resin, not using it properly. And therefore I need to, like, go and do, like, talent domains and get artifacts. I'm wondering if I should just unequip every single artifact any of my characters have and then just click the, like, default button and see what happens. But in order of, like, character favoriteness. So obviously we'd start with Yao Yao and then do, like, Nahida, Klee, and Sea Queen, and then maybe... I don't know who next. But things like Columbina and maybe... I use Kazuha quite a bit. And Jubai is quite cool, I like. A little bit earlier on, basically. And that way, if any of the other characters, like some of my 4-stars might be holding the good artifacts, maybe then we can redistribute them better. Anyway, Columbina. Why do you look a bit sad? Columbina, are you okay? You look a bit out of sorts. Oh, it's you two. I'm alright. You should think about the moon again. Is there anything we can do to help? It's okay, just tell us. Even if it's something small, you'll feel much better once it's off your chest. I would like to try a drink from the tavern. What? how much is a little surprise. You never talk about wanting things for yourself, so... And that's it? Just a drink? What were you expecting her to think? What? Were you expecting her to think bigger? Yeah, kinda. At least something a bit more monumental, like bring me the moon. But on second thought, it does kind of make sense. Columbina can't go wherever she wants right now, so a trip to the tavern might as well be a trip to the moon. It's not just how things are now. Even back when I was with the Fatui, when there was no order to capture me, everyone still kept their distance whenever I went out for a walk. One of the Fatui harbingers, that title is enough to scare off people who don't know her. Wait a sec, come to think of it, maybe this isn't as hard as Paimon first thought. A tavern is kind of out of the question, but a drink, now that we can do. Kaiko's got this. Really? But don't set your expectations too high. Any flavour preferences? Flavour? I don't have much experience ordering drinks, I'm not sure where to start. Perhaps something that isn't too heavy? What do you mean by heavy? Heavy like a Fatui overcoat. That comparison makes it even more confusing. Something light and delicate then. Leave it to me. Okay, whatever you think. Ooh! This is quite fitting given we're about to do the second half of the cocktail making minigame. Okay, let's make some drinks with Columbina. Okay, she wants some coffee. ×3. I assume we're gonna make a few drinks, because this is just coffee. Well, even Paimon wants to try a glass of that. I saw something like this before. Oh really? Where? In Sandrone's room, she had a drink that smelled like this. The aroma caught my interest, and when she noticed, she just held onto the drink for ages without finishing it. It was like she was waiting for me to ask about it. So did you? Yes. What did you ask? Shouldn't you be drinking engine oil instead? And how did she respond? This is something quite unpleasant. It doesn't bear repeating. Columbina, no! Did she drink it? You lost interest after a single sip? Sorry, it was a little bitter. All in all, not very good. No wonder Sandrone looked so sour when she drank it. Emma thinks there might have been other reasons for that. Wait, do we not get to mix another one? Do we not get to mix another one? No, but we could have made us such a better drink. Columbina, do you want something else? Well, thank you for satisfying my curiosity. I'll be sure not to trust Sandrone's taste ever again. No! Why would you let us make you a bad one? I thought 3 coffees was a bad idea. Genevieve, you flung your iron tablet across the room. What? Well, good luck finding that. I'm not sure how you're gonna do that, but okay. Have fun. What does it say? It's too heavy. What kind of drink would you want? Well, clearly not coffee, but that's exciting. Do you see what this means? Okay, you can't see it, but we finished. We got it. 1,000 nights before, none held a new moon as beautiful as the one we saw. But yeah, we finished part 1 and we finished part 2, so now we're on to part 3. Well, we will be next week because it takes a while. But yeah, that's exciting. Let's see what the new name card looks like. You gotta hope the gremlin isn't better at finding it than me. I think you'll be fine, but you may wanna, I don't know, keep an eye on that somehow. But yeah. Okay, let's see if we can put it in my little name card. So I actually changed this, not this bit, here. So if you look at my little profile, I basically never changed this section because I would never remove the tiny team. But this section I change every so often. Every time I get a new one, I change it out for an old one. So a lot of the times I pick the ones I think are cute. So we've got a lot of the ones which involve little guys. So we've got like Chiori's little guy and Garming's little friend, and Klee, and Yumi's fish, and Sayu, and Jehoda. And then we got the Duolingo one, Fremine, and then the birds. I'm basically picking all the pretty ones. I mean, there's a lot of pretty ones. They're all very pretty. But, you know, I think it's actually every time I get a new one, I decide which one I want to replace. Which does mean some of the older ones probably get forgotten. Which is a little bit sad, but oh well. You can't really do much about that one. Like this one's quite cute. But now we've got a new one. I wonder if we should replace one. But who should we replace? I'm thinking Lauma. Sorry, Lauma. I just need to replace you. And then, okay, now that I've like locked that in, let's see if we can reorder these a little bit. So I think if we go like this, and then go like this, 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 this. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. Good stuff. Let's see. You tell me it flew out of your tiny gap in your closed hand. How quickly were you turning? Because that seems like a significant amount of force. What were you doing? And then you turn your open water bottle upside down on your lap. Oh my gosh, you're not having a good day, are you? Oh dear. I hope that you don't drop anything else. Oh dear. Anyway, you're trying to get back here quickly. No!
Customer service announcement.
Oh, advert. Sorry. I never prepared for them. Oh, it's a voting advert. Okay, never mind. Anyway. Let's see. So, you were having a good day until about 1:30. No! Is that when you chip your tooth? Then everything went downhill? Oh no! Anyway, let's do this one. This says, beyond the aroma of the drinks themselves, you gave off a distinctive air as the sword-wielding traveller, one that draws in yet another unexpected guest. The sweet, sour, and smoky taste of steel. I wonder if this is going to be Clarand, because we did Yuna's one. And then I wonder if this is going to be Clarand's, because Eula's whole thing was that she was doing some kind of meeting with Clarand. So I wonder if that's what's going to happen. But yeah, so this is it's a tiny bit annoying in the sense that you have to purposefully get each drink wrong. As in, the game tells you how to do it, and it's always wrong. So then you can chat with them to do it right. So it's a bit of an involved process. But anyway, suspicion confirmed. While patrolling the area, I was sure I sensed a familiar presence, so I came over to take a look, and sure enough, here you are. Hello, Grand. Please have a seat. Honoured customer. Hey, Miss Charlotte, we're here to see you like this. I'm guessing she'd take 100 pictures and write up a report. Still wielding Kaiko, secret side hustle, exclusive cocktails from Tavat's Explorer Extraordinaire. You make the front pages of every major newspaper, and there'd be crowds of Fontanian tourists flocking to your drink stand, causing gridlock on the streets of Mondstadt. I think you're being a little bit dramatic. If that really happened, I wouldn't be able to cope. Luckily for you, I turned down Miss Charlotte's request to accompany me here, so you're unlikely to be seeing any scenes like that. Let's quietly celebrate this moment of peace. And on that note, I'd like a caramel blaze. A look in your face tells me you have a lot of questions you want to ask. Let me mix your cocktail first. You can drink while we chat. Calm and effortless. I'm shocked to learn you're a real pro at this sort of thing. Oh, that's good. Because since she requested it, it means she won't tell us it's wrong. We're just going to make a second better cocktail afterwards, I suspect. Because everyone else was like, you pick a drink, and then we always somehow picked it wrong. But no, she explicitly wants a caramel something. Caramel blaze. And it's, yeah. Fire, water, caramel, and cocoa. Makes sense. I'm guessing the Well, the fire water's clearly where the blaze part comes from, and then it was a caramel one. And I guess Cocoa just goes with caramel, so it makes sense. Okay, let's shake properly. I don't think I've ever shaken properly. I've shaken lightly and I've shaken vigorously, or whatever the third one is, but I don't think I've shaken properly before. What does this want? This wants us to put it in a master's goblet. Ooh. Okay. In recent years, this blend has become one of Monta's most famous drinks, celebrated for its bold colours and vibrant flavours. It's even been referenced in foreign works, from Fontaine's tabletop troupe to Inazuma light novels. Your caramel blaze is ready. Try not to drink it all in one go. It sure lives up to its name. The colour reminds me of a raging fire, while that aroma really hits you head on. It's quite strong. Are you okay? Would you like some water? I'm alright, I need a little time to get used to it. As I recall, the last time I drank alcohol was at a wine tasting event that Navi invited me to last year. I did a small sip of Azaka wine, and it was nowhere near as strong as this concoction of yours. So you basically don't drink at all? Don't force yourself to drink it if you don't want to. From a purely rational perspective, alcohol can cause dizziness and impairs one's ability to work, so it's best to avoid it altogether. I'm now thinking of all of the knights and their love of dandelion wine. But when Miss Farina saw me up for the dock, she mentioned that Mondstadt is the land of wine and poetry. Since I'm here, I thought I should at least try the local specialties. That's reasonable. It would be a shame not to. As long as you stay within your limits, I'm sure you'll be fine. In fact, according to my intelligence, the captain of the reconnaissance company, who I'm preparing to spar with, has quite the refined taste for fine wine. The publicly available battle reports are truly a sight to behold. Out of the utmost respect for our skills, I feel compelled to deepen my knowledge of Mondstadt's wines. Now we think carefully before I mix you another drink. I need to tweak the recipe a little to make sure you're completely satisfied. I really appreciate all the trouble you're going to. Okay, tell me. Oh, by the way, Miss Emily was here too. Huh, does that mean she's already finished her commission? She's certainly efficient. Once I return to Fontaine, perhaps I can let Seafree know that I'd be happy to purchase the latest perfume. Oh, it sounds like you know her quite well. I'm not sure I'd say that. On my way to Mondstadt, we happened to take the same boat, and naturally we got to chatting. I've often heard Seafree praise her work. After conversing with her on the journey over, I must say, she's indeed a rare and refined individual. Refined? That's quite a refined way to put it. She's gentle and composed, yet keeps others at a distance. Perhaps it's due to profession. I find this approach ideal. It allows one to maintain a lasting sense of inner peace. Sounds like you want me to arrange a get-together. The next time I'm in Fontaine, why don't we all hang out together? Thank you, but there's really no need to set anything up. Our work really intersects, and so our social circles hardly make for a Venn diagram, if you know what I mean. Best to just let things take their natural course. What do you usually drink? When I'm working, I often drink coffee, but with meals I prefer a lighter tasting drink, like pure fruit juice. Since I eat a lot of meat, the slight acidity of the juice helps balance out the greasiness. Over time, I've grown accustomed to the sour taste. After the swordsmanship exchange, Knights of Favonius rather kindly treated me to some traditional Mondstadt cuisine. I had 8 different meat dishes, and all of them were excellent. The portions were huge, and only the highest quality cuts were used. Everything was cooked to absolute perfection. Of course, there was still room for improvement. When catering to tourists, the sticky honey roast and Parliament might benefit from a slightly lighter sauce. Sounds like it's treated you to a feast. Have you tried all of Mondstadt's signature meat dishes? I've certainly tried all the red meat dishes. I think I've had enough calories to sustain 3 days of vigorous work, so I've had to decline all subsequent dining invitations. To be honest, I can still taste the grease. There must be a way to cleanse my palate. Okay, makes sense. She wants something sour. Have you seen much of Mondstadt yet? I've seen a little. I took a stroll around the city the first day I got here. Navi has done some rather extensive research on this place. Many of the scenes and illustrations from the tabletop troupe were inspired by views of Mondstadt. However, the way she described the atmosphere in her world building is quite different from the real Mondstadt. The deepest impression I've got since arriving here is one of swords and shields. Swords and shields? Why is that? Perhaps because I've mostly just visited the blacksmith and the training grounds. Recently, the newer weapons and armour produced in Mondstadt have been created using a completely different heat treatment process from those in Fontaine, with a higher carbon content in the surface layer. While this has slightly reduced their overall toughness, their impact resistance has greatly improved. These newer weapons give off a smell like overbrewed coffee. I can't say I've noticed, that's quite the comparison. That's because that scent gave me such a positive first impression. You see, Fontaine's signature metalwork is often coated with a protective agent that contains marcotte. Over time, the faint fragrance becomes overly sweet, and for some reason it makes my teeth feel funny. I don't imagine the scent of Mondstadt swords and shields would cause the same level of irritation. Well, I've definitely learned something new today. I never realised there was so much complexity to how swords are made. Of course, there is a solution to this problem. The next time you find yourself in Fontaine, there's another protective agent I can recommend, one that's as neutral as water, without any excess fragrance. If you also dislike being bombarded with sweetness, this protective agent should suit you well. Is this a gift from the Knights? Indeed it is. The Knights codenamed Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5 gave me this crest. I must say it's exquisite. They told me the design has only just been finalised. Apparently it's only presented to important guests. They said they're making a badge for you too, but it hasn't been finished yet. Hazelnut, why have I never heard of these two? The Knights of Ponies really is a big organisation. You're not wrong. I guess it's similar to how I can't remember the name of every clerk in the Palais Memorania. But I'm certain you'll get to know them in time. They're clearly seasoned veterans. Even though they work desk jobs, they still turn up in full armour. After handling my affairs, they headed to the tavern for a gathering, saying they wanted to continue last night's duel and determine who had the highest alcohol tolerance. Drinking barrels of beer the night before, yet being able to work with clear minds the next day. Phew. That's just how Monster is. Monster just like nothing more than to unwind with a drink after work. So what you're saying is, while monsters may seem carefree, they actually have an admirable ability to know their limits when it comes to drinking? Maybe. Maybe. Let's read the clues. Oh, ADRX is here. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. We are finishing off the event because it ends in 6 hours, and we're doing the second half of the mixing cocktails portion. And then we actually have to do the quest because I got distracted by the minigames last time. Yay! Anyway, let's see. So she doesn't like things that are too sweet. Surprisingly, Karan's first positive impression of Mondstadt was one of swords and shields. She doesn't seem to favour overly sweet fragrances, preferring aromas with a salty tint. Perhaps I can try dusting the rim of the glass with star salt. And she probably wouldn't want caramel. Okay. It sounds like Karan has an exceptionally keen sense of taste, preferring drinks with a hint of sourness. Strawberries are sweet with a hint of sour, while Wolfwicks are just the opposite, sour with a hint of sweet. I think she might prefer the latter. The crest is a souvenir the Knights gave to Karan. Karan doesn't usually drink, but out of respect for her Mondstadt opponent, she's at least willing to try. Still, I better not overdo things. A regular caramel blaze would be too much. I should downsize things a bit. Karan seems to admire Emily. They appear to have similar preferences when it comes to drinks. Maybe there's something to take into account. How should I approach this? Okay, let's associate it with this one. No. Okay. Balance is key? Yes. Emily likes mild tea, and that last drink was also built around a light base. I should ask Karan if she liked it. Okay. Emily likes to drink tea. How about you? Are you already planning the details of our hypothetical get-together? Based on my previous experience with alcohol, I guess my tolerance is similar to Emily's. Fruit liqueur is probably my limit. So when the time comes, I think you'd be best off mixing similar drinks for the both of us. Firewater using the caramel blaze has far too much of a kick. How about replacing firewater with something fruitier? Oh, okay. Now we know what to do. I think if we come up with a drink that'll be more to your liking, please wait a moment. Alright, I'll make sure I'm mentally prepared. Even if it's still a bit strong, I'll do my best to finish it. No, Clarant, don't drink the alcohol if you don't want it. You don't have to drink the alcohol. Don't do that. Oh, she still wants the caramel. Okay. I guess it wouldn't be a caramel blaze without the caramel. Okay, and then we need to shake properly. Oh, Meg is here. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. To drink some waters. I will drink some water. Oh, that's the one she wants. Tiny cup. With the star salt. Based on a caramel blaze, this novel cocktail was concocted especially for Grant. After visiting Mondstadt with impressions shaped by the tabletop troupe, the Swift champion duelist is especially sensitive to metallic notes, showing a clear preference for flavours with a hint of salt. In everyday choices, she also favours drinks with a gentle tartness to cut through richness. For most bartenders, balancing these two demands would require extreme care, but after honing your craft at the Angel Share and the Flagship, you can precisely control every note in the cup. Help Karan get into a relaxed mood on her tour of Mondstadt. You wonder if calling this a leisure time lightning might be a good choice. You slept in? No worries. You've barely missed anything. Alright, this new creation is called Leisure Time Lightning. Ooh, it's blue and purple on the bottom. Cocktail made exclusively for champion jewelers. Enjoy. Huh. Have you had a fruit wine? It tastes wonderful. This is ideal for me. There's a subtle saltiness that combines well with the tartness of the fruit and the sweetness of the caramel. Each sip balances delicately on the edge of perfection. The colour of the wine also fits well with the name, and the lightning imagery contrasts with the fiery nature of the caramel blaze. Then where did the leisure time part come in? Did you find Mondstadt to be a leisurely place? Taking it easy is what travelling's all about. I see. That certainly matches the impression this cocktail gives me. Its unique aroma and taste will hold a special place in my memories of Mondstadt. I'm glad you like it. Your satisfaction is my motivation. Do you think it's the chance to present itself you'd be interested in mixing drinks somewhere else? A cafe, for instance, or the hotel de board? Huh? Why do you ask? Mostly for Navi and Miss Farina's sake, though obviously I'd be more than happy to try some more of your masterpieces myself. Of course I'd love to let everyone have a taste. It's hard to say right now, but who knows what the future holds. Oh, she downed it. I understand, I would try to strong-arm you. In any case, I truly appreciate your hospitality. Thanks to you, whenever I'm facing the powerful captain of the reconnaissance company or discussing strategy with the Knights of Vernius, I'll be in my best condition. Okay. That works. Okay. Let's come over here and... Oh, no! Hello. Let's claim this. Art of visiting Mondstadt with impression shaped by a tabletop troop with lightning swift. Oh! No, that's exactly the same. Okay, yeah, that's the same bit of text we already read. So let's claim that. Let's claim this. And then we've got 2 more. Yes, 2 more, I think. This says, good weather, good mood. A bright red hat and a curious eyes peek out from behind the counter. Hearing the buzz, Mondstadt's strongest fighter has dropped by to check out the drink stand. Clee? We better be giving her something non-alcoholic. Please don't tell me we're giving Clee alcohol. That would not end well. Huh? Is that Miss Honorary Knight? Yippee! It's you! Hey, it's Clee! Hey, customer Clee. Haha! Auntie Eula told Clee that Miss Hertha had found someone amazing to help out. Seeing you here, Miss Honorary Knight, Clee knows this must be the best drink stand in all Teyvat. So kind of you to say, Clee, that's the ultimate goal. It's kind of you to say, Clee, I'm working hard to become the best. That's the ultimate goal. You mean the stand isn't already the best? Well, out of all the drink stands Clee's ever visited, Miss Honorary Knight's is easily the best. And no matter what drinks Miss Honorary Knight makes, Clee will definitely think they're yummy. This time, Clee, I need you to be a little tougher on me. This time you can criticize me all you like. Oh, you want me to be mean? But Clee could never be mean to you. Let me think. I know, I'll pretend to be Albedo. Whenever Albedo reviews Timaeus' work, his face goes super serious and Clee can hear everybody says. Oh, advert. Sorry, ignore that. There is the music broke again, so we're listening on Spotify, and once again, I do not have Spotify Premium, so therefore, we're listening with that. Anyway, I'm just gonna mute it every time an ad comes up, but I'm not always super quick at it. Anyway, yes, super serious, and Clee can hear everybody says. Brilliant, then you can be my teacher, then you can be Master Alchemist Clee. Get ready for Clee's super amazing order. I'm going fish blasting with Mum soon, don't tell Master Jean though. So Clee wants to order a fair weather frolic. Anything like a bright sunny day will definitely put Clee in a super duper mood. Got it, Miss Clee, I'll get right on it. Understood, Master Alchemist Clee, I'll get right on it. I'll get right on it. I wonder what it'll taste like. Okay, please tell me we gave her the non-alcoholic version of whatever this is. Okay, it's got tea, caramel, and wolf hooks. And we're going to cut it into small pieces. Oh no, small bits. Oh, it caught me before I did it wrong. Well, that was nice. Wouldn't want to do it wrong for Clee. Okay, and let's shake properly. And we want a double-walled glass. And any garnish. Let's go with a lemon. Why not? I don't think we've used the lemon yet. Now with a frolic, a soft drink you'll find at a drink stand everywhere. Sweet, tangy, and loved by all. Still striking the perfect balance between tangy and sweet takes a practiced hand. fair weather frolic is here. Go on, give it a try. Wow, so fair weather frolic is this colour. Purple sky. Is it supposed to be a bright, sunny night? Maybe it's supposed to be a cloudless sky at dusk. It's not the most fitting colour. How about I make a few changes? What's this? Tea will take a sip first, then you can think about it more carefully. Also, she's sitting at the bar instead of sitting at a table. It's so cute. Ah, finished. Yummy, both sweet and sour. If Tea drank this while eating grilled fish, I could definitely gobble down 2 or 3 or 4 or even 5. But one drink isn't enough. Tea wants to try a drink that tastes like cake. Roger that. How about a cake in a cup? Alright, get ready for another sugar yummy drink, super yummy drink, any flavour Tea wants, Tea can have. Cake in a cup. Tea doesn't know what drink to choose. Why don't we decide together, Miss Honorary Knight? Okay. Speaking of food, I hope you're getting 3 square meals a day. 3 square meals? Tea often eats 5 meals a day, sometimes even 7. Seriously? Adventure takes a lot of energy, and if I eat too much at once, I can't run so well, so it's better to eat lots of smaller meals. Albedo used to prepare all Tea's meals, and my lunch prep was always arranged so neatly, just like a pretty painting. That sounds like Albedo, alright. I'd try Albedo's cooking sometime. When Albedo's busy at Dragonspine, Tea goes to eat with the other Knights of Favonius. Claria's camp is usually the neatest, while Amber sometimes camps in the trees. It's so much fun. Oh, and Auntie Heather makes the best food. When my mum comes back, there'll be even more yummy food to eat. There's this one dish where I shake loads of different fish and makes them into little pudding cubes. It's called rainbow fish jelly. You're making me hungry. Great food for a great adventure. Chococo crunchy slices are fantastic too. It's a new creation made with chocolate and cookies. They're a little bitter, but they're crunchy. They smell scrumptious, and they really have a sweet aftertaste. Whenever I eat them, I feel so full of energy. Next time, Clee will have to bring you some for you to try. Okay, do you plan to eat anything else today? Yeah, when Clee gets back home, I'm going to eat some salted nuts while reading my book. Clee used to eat cake after dinner, but Master Dean said it's too sugary, and it's not good to eat sugary things before bed. Apparently, it makes you chubby and gives you toothaches. Then got some advice from Auntie Barbie, and now she gives me nuts instead. She says they help my brain remember things better. Nuts don't have much flavour, it's like chewing on grass, but they're okay if you add a little salt. This is like a great solution, nutritious and healthy. Do you have any other plans for today? Yeah, Mommy gave me an amazing book recently. She said I have to read 1 chapter every night and learn something useful and then go to bed early. That book taught me how to make something called propellant. Now Jumpy Dumpty can go far and bounce even higher. Right. Is that really something you should be learning? Is that easy to do? Is that easy? It's not hard at all. In fact, it's a lot like making bombs. You just have to be careful when trimming it down. It's like sharpening a pencil that can suddenly go boom. Bedtime's an important part of Clee's schedule too. Mum sits by my side and tells me all kinds of wonderful stories. There's a lamp made of gemstones, and when she turns it on, it goes kabling and lights up the ceiling. Does the ceiling show scenes from the stories? Yeah, when something happens in the story, the lights on the ceiling make pretty pictures. Sometimes Mum falls asleep before the story ends, so Clee has to tuck her in instead. As soon as Clee learns how to use the lamp, I can come and tell you stories, Miss Honorary Knight. That sounds great. I'll be waiting. Please memorize so many wonderful stories, enough to make everyone happy every day. That candy you brought with you looks very special. This stuff, Mum taught me how to make it using the alchemy bench. A dash of sugar, then a lot more sugar, then some flowers from Mum's friend in Fontaine, sour honey from Auntie Barbie, and finally some magical jam from Auntie Tavia. Put everything together on the alchemy table, wish for the shape you want, then recite Mum's incantation, and poof, Dodoko shaped candy. That's quite the process. What an amazing treat. We can give you some Dodoko candy too if you want, and if you really like them, I could even teach you my Mum's incantation. That way you can make your own candy whenever you want. Thanks for sharing your amazing recipe, Clee. I'll work really hard to learn how to do it. If you get stuck, remember to come ask Clee. When it comes to magical candy, I'm an expert. Okay, let's see. So, Clee brought some of the candy that Alice taught her how to make. They're made with care and look appetizing. I'm sure they must taste good too. The looks of it, Clee seems to be partial to very sweet candy. What if I took the drink with candy? It would make the perfect garnish, adding both flavour and flair. Clee can't miss her bedtime, so something overly stimulating probably isn't the best. That rules out tea. Perhaps I can replace the tea with milk? Clee can't have too much sugar before bed, so she has to eat nuts instead of her favourite desserts. That last drink contained caramel, which is way too sweet. I have to take it out, but then the drink feels incomplete. Clee mentioned her daily meal times. It seems she really likes Alice's peculiar cooking. She told me about Chococo crunchy slices. I have some cocoa here, made from chocolatl, just like chocolate. How about I turn the cocoa into flakes and then swap them out for the wolf hooks? No, okay. Well, she likes the candy. It's only a lot less sweet without caramel, but the mouthfeel isn't quite right there. Perhaps there's some other healthy option I can lend That can lend the drink a little sweetness. Let's talk to Klee again. Okay, Klee. Klee, do you have any healthy sugars? Must see some ingredients that are both healthy and sweet. Oh yeah, Klee still wants to eat sweet things like cake, for example. Maybe we could just go easy on the cream or add more fruit. Oh right, that friend of Mum's who's always wearing glasses gave her a big bag of Montanian veal fruit. They're so round and rolly. Huh? Emily again? She ate a whole bunch of those, and they were super sweet, but Master Jean said it was okay because sweet fruit isn't the same as sweet sugar. So if Klee has to eat nuts, maybe I can just soak them in some fruit juice first. Perfect, Klee likes veal fruits from Fontaine as well as juice. A little fermented fruit juice should help compensate for some of the lost sweetness. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's make this drink. Alright, I think I know how to improve that drink. Let me mix another one for you. Yeah, that's quick. Klee's looking forward to finding out how tasty your next concoction is. Okay, Klee, I'm ready to make you the best drink ever. Let's give you some milk, some fermented juice, and some cocoa. I thought they said cocoa was stimulating though. I don't know. They're mixing and matching here. Mixing and matching. Let's use the small bits. And let's shake it. Shake it, shake it. Okay, any classic glass. What's a classic glass? Oh. Let's give her this. Oh, so cute! Look at it! Fairweather Frolic Special Blend. Based on a Fairweather Frolic, this novel cocktail was concocted specially for Klee. The original Fairweather Frolic had a purple hue, but it wasn't quite cheerful enough, so let's add a touch of sunshine and a few fluffy clouds to capture that warm, happy feeling. Sweetness is a must, but staying healthy matters too. That's why the juice was carefully chosen with Master Jean's approval. The sweetness coming from veal fruits, and most important of all, Dodoko candy. Its tasty magic has to be placed right at the center of the clouds. Ta-da! It's done. I just know you're going to love this new creation. Wow, there's Dodoko candy on top! There's so much more orange in this cup, and Dodoko looks like he's lying on top of white, fluffy clouds, and the weather inside looks much better too. Would you like to taste it? Yummy! It's so delicious. Oh, she's so cute! Klee has the drink slowly. I can't just gulp it down or I'll miss all the yummy flavour. It's only night. This is amazing. It's like you mix sunshine with juice. Klee was so tired from playing, but now I feel refreshed and warm and peaceful. Ah, you're the best, Miss Honorary Knight. How about you choose a name for this drink, Klee? I'm sure you'll come up with something amazing. Really? Let me think. When the weather's nice and Dodoko's happy, Dodoko will want to sing, right? And when Dodoko sings, Klee wants to sing too, so let's call it Dodoko's Duet. What a wonderful name. Your names are the best. Thank you, and thanks for making such a yummy drink for Klee. Klee's gonna go tell Mum the best drink in Mondstadt right now is Dodoko's Duet. I'm glad you like it. I passed your test, Miss Klee. Klee's gonna write down Mum's incantation and give you a copy, Miss Honorary Knight. You should learn magic too, so you can make all the candies you want. See you next time. That was so cute. People going nuts with the fermented juice on Twitter. Some think it's alcoholic as others think it's not. Could be, could not be. I'm not sure. Could go either way. Oh, I thought we were going to get a recipe, but no recipe. But we did get a cute little Dodoko shaped candy. Anyway, the Grand Master's Composite Challenge. Heavy footsteps echo from afar. Even before the broad-shouldered figure comes into view, you steal yourself behind the counter. The most seasoned drinker in Mondstadt has arrived to put your mixology skills to the test. Must be Varka. Okay, let's see what Varka wants. It's gonna be strong. Ah, so Heather's even roped out Honorary Knight into helping out with this little venture. When we were discussing drinks earlier, I took one look at the menu and could barely contain my excitement. Now it's finally time to sample the finished products. I'm here as a willing employee this time. I'm a hotshot mixologist, so no matter how you look at it. Can't wait to see your skills in action. Give me something that goes well. Weird, casual conversation, but still packs a punch. Are you sure those requirements don't clash? Is this some sort of test? Of course they don't clash. A drink that packs a punch means you have to drink it slowly, and if you want to chat, then it has to go down smooth, so something with a sweet aftertaste. Our conversational connoisseur requires a perfect balance. The most suitable choice on the menu would be the Thorny Lake. It's a drink with a real kick that you can find in almost every bar. It's not enough to know the recipe though, the key is in the mixing. Some bartenders choose to stick to the tried and tested basics, while others like to add their own personal flair. Alright, I'll give my best shot. I'll quickly learn the recipe and then give it a whirl. That's the spirit, now show me what you've got. That's quite clever actually. You know, you want something strong so that you can drink it, but like not too strong, like you gotta be a little bit sweet so that you can, you know, like cringing afterwards. Interesting. I didn't know there was thought to these kinds of things. But apparently there is. Okay, what's gonna be wrong with it? I don't think anything would be wrong though, because we're gonna follow the recipe, but maybe like it could just be better. Oh, it should be this. It's blue. It matches. A classic drink that traces its origins to Fontaine's fishes. Built on a base of firewater with cocoa, adding a hint of sweetness, its sparkling fizz pricks the palate like countless honey spikes. Delivering a lingering tingle, after rising to popularity in Fontaine, it quickly swept across to vat, becoming one of the enduring classics among specialty drinks. Grandmaster, I hereby present you with this Thorny Lake for your enjoyment and assessment. While the colour and aroma are certainly on point, but as for the balance of flavours, I'll just have to taste it and find out. Did he just down it? Oh, he did. Not bad. You haven't overdone or skimped on a single ingredient, though unfortunately it's a little too polite for my taste. Polite? How can a drink be polite? Is this some sort of riddle? Perhaps I should have said modest. You followed the formula to a T, but if anything, you played it a little too safe. Are you worried that deviating just a little might disappoint me? That's what happened. I didn't want to disappoint the expert. We fought side by side and dealt with things that even gods were loath to meddle with. That's the friendship forged in the margins between life and death. That said, if you ask me, you can ditch the nerves and work your mixologist magic. I'm looking for something that shocks the senses. Alright, I'll get the creative juices flowing. Thanks for your encouragement, I'm ready to call out. Hold it over, there's no rush, you can chat while you think. Who knows, you might just find some inspiration to mix in with your magic. Okay. Drinking in a garden feels different from a tavern, right? Given the environment, why not try something with a floral twist? I like your style. Speaking of this garden, it brings back memories of something that happened many years ago. When I was young, I liked to find brewing guards to test my fighting skills, both armed and unarmed. Once I failed to take down a stray missile and it ended up destroying a watchtower on the city walls. What? As punishment, I had to run 50 laps around the city, repair the watchtower, and help rebuild the shattered walls in this garden. Sounds like you caused quite the fuss. It's hard to imagine you getting disciplined so severely. Indeed, among the misadventures of my youth, this is one of the most memorable ones, mostly because that day Krampus saw me covered in dirt. Took 2 bottles of 100-year-old wine and said Dilek, who looked even younger than Mika does today, to work out a clever way to get rid of Feru, who was guarding me. It was so hot that day, I could swear I was about to pass out. On a whim, I picked some mint leaves and put them in one of the wine bottles, and the result turned out to be surprisingly tasty. After Krampus tried it too, he was full of praise. He even wrote up an official recipe for my spontaneous creation. His customers loved it. Several summers passed, and Krampus kept writing letters about giving me a share of the profits, as though I could possibly accept. That must have been so long ago, long before I came to Mondstadt. Yes, good old Krampus. Feru retired years ago, but he still gives me a stern stare every time we meet. He's a stubborn one. Dilek, who replaced him, and then Kaya, who took over later, both performed impeccably. Indian times will always belong to the youth. He should have admitted defeat long ago. When I get the chance, I'll have Kaya show him the amazing progress the cavalry captain has made. Besides being too polite, are there any other issues with my Thorny Lake? Let me think. I guess you could say it lacks impact. Even when following the same recipe, the techniques used to mix different ingredients can affect the taste. Sometimes deliberately creating layers between spirits can bring out the different waves as each one hits the taste buds in sequence. In this regard too, you've taken quite a tentative approach. Why not be a little bolder? I think I understand. I didn't pay enough attention to those details before. You catch on quickly. No need to explain further.
Happy days have arrived at Barcelo.com.
Okay, events are often held here. Anyway, on Subject's Garden, it's become a popular venue for hosting events. It's a treasured place that the Knights of Avonius have maintained for years. It makes sense that it's become the go-to location for organising such things. I heard that while the expedition was underway, you were a great help in giving those left behind the opportunity to put their energy to good use. Sometimes I look through the photos I've been given from those events, though unfortunately there aren't enough to include everybody. My conclusion is that Monster needs to do more to popularize the camera. This massive tankard. Pretty awesome, huh? It's like a hammerhead that you can fill with wine when you're not using it to pound in nails. It was a gift. Hoffman came up with the idea, Charles supplied the design, Wagner helped cast it, and about 10 or so knights chipped in to pay for the materials. They've been waiting to have a good drink with me, and this is my crucial weapon to aid in my fair duel with them all. Fair duel? I'm a grandmaster after all. I've been drinking a lot longer than them. I've practiced more assiduously, and I have a bit more meat to absorb the blows. It's only fair that my subordinates that I drink a teensy bit more per round, wouldn't you agree? That's a little more than just teensy. I think you may have got your handicaps the wrong way round. Of course, some of them have been training as long as I have, and those ones won't be getting any special treatment. Take Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5, for example. Both were skilled warriors who helped me deal with Aerok back in the day. Nowadays, I have them helping Jean with miscellaneous duties. At today's after-work cooldown, they insisted on trying to keep pace. In the end, they lost our game of darts and ended up passed out on the floor. Ha ha ha! I've already told Jean that I won't be approving their leave request for tomorrow, no matter what. Oh dear. Okay. To be honest, as someone who doesn't drink much, I'm still a little confused. Varka mentioned the impact of layering on the textures of the finished drink. He also said I was being quite tentative. Perhaps he meant the drink was too evenly mixed. In which case, I tried taking it a little more softly when mixing. His oversized tankard was a gift from the Knights of their Grandmaster. Varka seems to like it very much. Considering his well-known drinking prowess, it only makes sense to present him his drink in its tankard. Here we have Varka's memories of mint and fine wine. It's very important. Perfect. He wanted a drink with more impact, and the crispness of the mint should give it some punch. What if I replace the cocoa with mint? He's missed many festivals and major events. I'm sure Varka still feels a bit of regret. If the Grandmaster hadn't gone away on an expedition, he would probably have organised many events himself. I wonder how they might have turned out then. Oh. Okay. I can't help but wonder, would all the events he organised involve drinking wine? Maybe I should ask him. Who knows, it might spark some new inspiration. I wonder how these events might have turned out if you were here and not away on the expedition. If I were in charge of organising events, well, I suppose everyone would revolve around fine wine, or at the very least there would be some sort of tasting involved. For example, we could all go all in on this drink stand and open it to the whole city, with every company the night selecting one or more mixologists to compete against each other. I should have guessed, that's exactly your style. This is only a thought. Can't let things get too out of hand. If I were to actually throw a grand banquet, Jean would come after me with her sword drawn. Even Frederica would launch a punitive expedition. But in Nocrai, we had a rule that knights must never get drunk while at their post, otherwise it would lead to dereliction of duty with serious consequences. This sounds like a sensible rule. Fun shouldn't get in the way of important matters. Exactly. As expedition members return to their companies, my hope is that this rule will gradually spread to everyone in Mondstadt too. Just like firewater and smetana, these Nocrai delicacies have made their way into Mondstadt's households and become part of people's daily lives. And people need to learn restraint. I didn't know you had that side of you. The fabled seasoned drink is self-control. At the end of the day, no one should be biting off more than they can chew. Unless it's someone near my level, they shouldn't even be thinking about enjoying a light buzz when they've still got work to do. Most people would just end up a whole lot drunker than they'd like. You should come practice with me on weekends. Trust me, once I've drunk them under the table, I'll be swearing off wine for a whole week. What is it people say? Don't believe in fables? Ooh. In the end, we discussed events in Varka's usual style, and the conversation turned to the delicacies of Nocrai, smetana in particular. Varka seems to have left with a positive impression of smetana. I'll see if I can use some in his drink. Okay, what is smetana? I think it's dairy? Good news is, I think I know what to make for you. Can I borrow your hammer, please? Huh? Oh, feel free. Whatever you're about to do, I've got a good feeling I've hit the jackpot. Okay. Okay, let's add some firewater. And some smetana and some mint. I love that we always change like 2 or 3 things. At that point, it's not the same drink because we only had 3 things to begin with. So if you change all like 2 or 3 of them, is it the same drink anymore? I think not. But that's fine. Okay, let's shake gently since Varka wanted the layers. And we're gonna want his massive tankard. Okay. Let's stick with the lamp grass. I just like it. It's blue and shiny. And very round. It's just pretty. Based on Thorny Lake, this novel cocktail was concocted specially for Varka. Having tasted countless fine drinks, the Grandmaster invites you to go all out and let your creativity run free. So you launch an unconventional kind of offensive just for him. The first impact comes from mint's cool freshness and herbal notes, striking the palate on entry. Carefully preserved layers then move in to master the raw strength of the fire water at the core, delivering the decisive blow. Finally, Smetana brings up the rear, anchoring the finish with precision and leaving no loose ends. Well, whether the bold, multi-layered experience will satisfy the Grandmaster, only he can say. Here you go, Grandmaster, a cocktail just for you. I guarantee you won't find this one too polite. Oh, such a spirited drink. How did you make this? That burning scent of firewater is as if the very air we're about to ignite. This is more like it. Perfection. It's clear that you once let go of your inhibitions, your talents really shine through. The first hit of mint is like a cooling fate that masks the firewater underneath. By the time the sweetness dissipates, the firewater has already slipped in, behind your guard, ready to deliver a powerful strike for intense flavour. It's exactly the impact I was hoping for. And the stopped off with a hint of Smetana, so the aftertaste won't feel too light. That's the most ingenious part. Firewater's greatest flaw is a lack of aftertaste, but the Smetana perfectly maintains the flavour at the peak of its intensity. All this praise is making my cheeks red. The real inspiration came from everything he said. It's hard to imagine something this good was created by a mixologist who doesn't even drink firewater. I think it has the potential to become a fan favourite in Monster and Cry. The Knight of Boreas' symbol is a wolf, while the Knights of Favonius are as sturdy as iron. So how about calling this drink an Iron Wolf? Iron Wolf, perfect, is elegant yet wild. Only you could come up with such a fitting name. I have an idea. Why don't we name our Knights of Favonius' drink stand after you? Let's call it the Honorary Knights Cocktail Shack. No time to waste. I'll go have a word with Glyphidia right away. Well, that worked. I think he liked it. Drink of Theseus. Yes. Hey there, Kaiko. All wrapped up for the day. Hyman Hazy did a great job holding down the fort while she was out delivering drinks with Glyphidia. I've been feeling inspired. I've got some great ideas for chatting with everyone. Hyman Hazy did a great job holding... whatever the reason, the Honorary Knight is clearly one of the most talented mixologists in Mondstadt. But considering how short a time she's been doing this, I believe that someday she has the potential to give the legendary bartender at the Cat's Tail a run for her money. I please support your decision, Grandmaster. The Honorary Knight has really put in the hard yards. The drink stand will remain open for a little while longer to provide a proper welcome to our returning exhibition members. Then, once we locate suitable premises, we also plan to look at operating a permanent service. Great! Everyone likes Favonius will get a drink all the delicious cocktails they like. Nothing short of what I expect from a true disciple of Hertha. You've really considered this thoroughly, Glenfindia. Also, if I may, Honorary Knight, regarding special cocktails you've developed, would you mind leaving the recipes with us? We'd like to add them to the official menu. Of course, that way everyone can try them. It would be selfish not to. Paimon feels like there's something you still want to say. Let Paimon have a guess. Based on your personality, you probably want to introduce the origin of each different cocktail. That way, customers will know who inspired you to create these amazing drinks. Right, on the Mora, you know me so well, Paimon. I think that's what everyone would want, right? No problem at all. If you need, I can even have someone draft the paperwork on your behalf to secure you the rights to these new recipes. When we recruit some new bartenders, they'll be able to learn from your incredible skills. Even if they can't quite match your work, if they can be 2/3 as good, that would still make them industry leaders. Ah, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Honorary Knight, Lady Paimon. We'll keep the drink stand going from here on out. You can count on us. You've got this. That's right, you're doing a great job. Then, Phidia. From now on, let's call you the Cocktail Knight. Next time we meet, Paimon bets your skills will be even better. But next time title, I'll wear it with pride. Okay, and then let's claim our drink. And let's claim this. And that should be all of those. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to see me play live, then check out my Twitch channel. You can find me on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 PM GMT. Thanks again, and have a great day.